It's been great working with Arsenal these last 4 months. They've been doing a great job on securing appointments for us. We've done just about 3,200 in annual revenue, which in pest control is a good amount. I know some industries, it doesn't sound high, but for what we do, that's a fair amount of contract value. The change now has just been like one, way bigger contracts for like commercial things normally, and then just that initial hump of like they weren't necessarily looking for something at first and creating that interest on what we're offering. And yeah, we're looking forward to more deals and more leads to run and more customers. So my name's Mitchell DiPersio. Quick catch. I am the field manager. We've been with Arsenal for was it January, so 4 months. I mean, met the owner. I think he was just doing some research online, stumbled across you guys, and then we had kind of talked about it, and he pulled the trigger on starting up with you guys. Mainly just the growing, like the commercial side of things. Like we do pretty good with like residential, homeowners and stuff like that, but we don't really have any presence in like trying to grow with commercial stuff or any kind of like we don't do much marketing on our own outside of just like word of mouth. So I mean, it's been pretty good. It's generally that Drew has been making the phone calls for us. We're reaching out to different commercial properties, and then he'll usually reach out to me if they have any questions for about something specific before an appointment. I'll give him that info, and then if he's able to get that appointment, he just forwards it over, and then I put it on my schedule, and then I I think he's been doing like a call the day before, let him know that we're going to be there, remind him, and then I go out and meet with the person, do my inspection, get my quote. I'd say the strengths are definitely in like securing appointments because like I don't think I could cold call the way you guys are to get that kind of stuff. So it's definitely in that whatever you guys are saying to them. I've heard some of like Drew's conversations, but whatever you guys say to get someone to be like, okay, yeah, let's meet. Because there's been some that I can tell like it was probably a bit of work to get them to say yes, but we ended up there. I don't think so. I mean, my phone rings a lot. um, but no, I think still it's a viable way to spread business. He's been really good. Generally, anytime he's had like a question about, the way pest control is done or like a service or, a method or, about like an appointment, he always reaches out. He's good at communication. He reaches out to me. I reach out to him. We stay on the same page about like scheduling and any questions he has. He's been really good at like things that I didn't really know were going to be things Arsenal would do where like he'll talk to somebody and they might bring up like an email or something. And like him and I have put together stuff to be able to send to people to try to secure appointments outside of just hey, call in and set an appointment. So he's been good at trying to adapt some different stuff to help us get appointments. As 3,420 as a like annual revenue for contracts. It's 14,367. Yeah, no, it was good. I think it was the very first one that it was felt positive. I gave her the quote, talked to her. I felt good about it. Followed up with her. It closed like a week after. And so that was a really good, like, I was like, all right, cool. This good quality, solid. She was a very nice person. She was the decision maker in it. So it worked out well. So it had me feeling good that if we didn't get those decision makers in front of us, that's what makes, those appointments go really well. So before it's really just like we mostly operate on warm leads. People call us for whatever, we do a lot of wildlife work. So something getting into the attic or they have a pest issue, they call us. We go out and do an inspection. Generally, that inspection is going to lead to a sale because if you're calling us because you want it, it's easier to just, hey, I'll just go ahead and do that. So our close rate's usually really high for that kind of stuff. But the change now has just been like one, way bigger contracts for like commercial things normally. And then just that initial hump of like, they weren't necessarily looking for something at first and creating that interest on what we're offering. And then, building value the same way afterwards. Yeah, no, I think it's been good. It's been a good way, especially at first. We were still kind of slow for like the winter season. So it was also a really good way to offset us being slow as like having Arsenal help us out. Now we're busy again, so that doesn't not as much of a factor, but it's nice to have the extra that other side of business coming in that's not just the same residential stuff we always do. Yeah, not around here though. Um, but no, definitely, I think you guys have been doing good with it. I know from what I understood, pest control was like a new thing for Arsenal. But so I think with that being said too, you guys have been doing good. It would definitely benefit, especially a lot of pest control companies don't really like a lot of smaller ones don't have their own like call centers or anything. That's usually a big corporate thing. So like smaller companies, they can really benefit from it. Yeah, no, Drew's been great. Ryan's been great. I know both of them kind of been working together on a lot of stuff. Um, but no, Drew's fantastic at what he's doing. He's very good at communication and keeping everyone in the loop. And he's obviously working hard, getting us business.